Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. So grateful and thankful to have you join us. It's because of you we have a show, so thank you very much. Um, Everything that you're doing, spreading the word of mouth, liking, following, subscribing, sharing, even reaching out to 25 contacts, 50, maybe 100 contacts in your phone and letting them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We cover everything underlying mental health and trauma and recovery. uh, that's the underpinning of our entire existence. So everything we discuss and talk about, easy topics, hard topics, it all ties back to mental health. And that's because I have mental illnesses. I have a few, um, which if you've been with us from the beginning or caught any of our other episodes, you would know you may have picked up that at some point in time. And so that's very important to remember, uh, is that mental health, trauma recovery from addiction, from a traumatic experience, maybe a car wreck. Uh, I don't know. There's so many things that cause trauma in ourselves, in our brains, and we just want to welcome each and every one of you. We are over. This is this episode uh, is over 470. So just think about that for a minute. I'm just getting kind of goosebumps as I'm saying this because we set goals, we set ideas, what we'd like to do, and we do. We want to help and reach at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, and we're well on our way to doing that. And it's because of you. It's not because of me. I'm just a like intermediary, I guess you would say, bringing in content. Some the topics are easy, some of them are hard, some touch close to home, t some uh, may uh, may go into pop culture and other areas, and we're reaching people not just here in the United States, but across the world, and that's just miraculous to me. So thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from. Tell your friends, family, colleagues, significant others, let them know about our show. We are proud, and I want to say proud, that shows ego. Um, we're just happy to be able to do this, and so that's why we have over 470 episodes of the show. So we're going to be touching on, for this particular episode, we're going to be touching on a few different topics, and uh, as they relate to my mental health specifically, and we may, depending on time, may get into another topic or two. First, I want to, I just want to send, not send, I want to pray for everybody who's ever lost somebody to heaven that's passed away. Um, no matter the reason, that the reason does not matter. And that's something that as I've grown up, I think I've matured a little bit in that respect. That, when we get down to our final days and we get down to people we know, whether it's as close to us as a child, a spouse, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, first cousin, second cousin, third. When we get down to these, like, I'll call them, the final days, we've talked about this, where what do we want to be remembered for? But I don't want to talk about that so much as I want to talk about just the feeling and the emotions of what's going what goes on. The One of the reasons I want to address this again, or in this specific way, I guess. I talk about a lot about my dad, and I share experiences and stories, and uh, nobody can replace a parent that just can't. Uh, and and so I guess as the years go on, the more days that we live for, or we wake up to, other days, additional days, I mean, uh, as I've found out, one of the things about growing a little bit older, being in my 40s now, it seems that more and more people are passing away. And right, I mean, none of us get out of here alive. I mean, I've mentioned this a lot, and I will continue to mention it because we don't. None of us are getting out of life alive, okay? And so why somebody passes away, I'm not gonna pass judgment like I would have so easily in previous times in my life. And I don't know if it's because of losing a parent for me, or what, but it's just hard, man. Like I remember one of the organizations I worked for a period of time. Their a loved one, as either a loved one or a spouse, had passed away unexpectedly, and the calling hours visitation, I think, was held maybe during lunch or was right after work, somehow, some way. And so, there's talk around the office, and it's like I didn't know this person personally, but they were close to somebody I w was working with. And I remember going to the visitation, and I don't do very well at this type of stuff. I don't know who does. I mean, how can somebody get used to death? And I don't know. I know the clergy, they do to an extent. But I went to this visitation, and I didn't know the person. I know you're in the line to give the condolences to the family and say, oh, I work with so and so, and it's hard. And it wasn't even somebody I was related to and that I never met before. And so it it's hard. The older you get, again, the more and more people that are passing away. I've said my piece on these COVID shots. We have paramedic Harry Fisher on, a couple of episodes. He shared what he saw and continues to see as a paramedic. People want to say he has an agenda. I think he actually has a heart. I think that's what people don't want to see. He shares what he sees. And so it's a fact to him. And in good faith, he's sharing facts of what he has and what he has seen as a paramedic. And I can't help but think that the shots, these COVID shots, we're given immunity to these big corporations and companies making profits, so much money. 99.99999% will never, ever, ever see the money these organizations will be paying to employees, to executives. And I'm with Harry on this. We had him on quite a while ago, so you're gonna have to, do a search on those two episodes that we did. I believe we did too. Uh, but I can't help but be with him, at least just on opinion. And regardless of who I'm with on opinion, doesn't matter. I have my own thoughts, and I think there's a lot of good evidence to back it up that a lot more people are dying faster, meaning sooner. So what the average, I don't even know what the average age is of, yeah, people living, but it's going down. The number's going down. So Bill Gates and all these people touting these vaccines, what they say are vaccines, which I didn't know so many people to get these turbo cancers. Like my dad didn't get stage one, didn't get it stage two, didn't get stage three. He got stage four, and he got less than a year to live. He's in his 70s. It's not in his 80s, not in his nine. It wasn't. It's in his 90s. There's so many other people that have and are dealing with these turbo cancers where Zoom or whatever goes straight to the last stage and it can't do anything. Yeah, you can kind of treat it and it's like a little more life, a few more days, maybe a couple of weeks or three. I don't know. I'm not a medical person. I'm just a human being that has an opinion. And I'm allowed to have an opinion. It's called the First Amendment, which a lot of people want to try to take away from me in our show, in our organization. But I'm a U.S. citizen. So, born and raised in the United States of America. So, the First Amendment covers me. I'm allowed to say what I like within means and good faith. And that's what I'm doing, just as much as you are. And if you don't like what I have to say, turn it off. Just do it. I don't care. I don't. We don't. I want to have people who have a conscience, who have common sense that are with us. We're not going to agree on politics and everything. But if it bothers you so much that I'm talking about this, just turn it off. Please just do that. It's going to help your health, and frankly, it's going to help my health because I'm going to know as I do as we continue, the more and more followers, more and more people are people that are just human beings and we're entitled to our opinions in the First Amendment. First Amendment. And so I bring this up and I bring, the talk about death and losing a loved one, no matter how, whether, again, you're super close or whether you might not be very close and anywhere in between. And so I got word that a couple days ago, uh, that my an individual on my dad's side of the family had passed away due to a form of cancer. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I don't know what how it all progressed and start. I don't know that. So I'm not going to form an opinion on that. I'm going to talk about the mental health of that as being related. So we're not me, I'm not of this individuals in our family. Uh, it goes into it's more into my as far as like my dad, a cousin, first cousin, second cousin of my dad, and I've met him many times over the years. Um, I remember when I was trying to, be a better golfer, or at least be able to hit the ball more than and hit it somewhat straight. Uh, that he's pretty good at golf, and so I did a few lessons with him, and he was kind. I don't know everything about, and I'm not going to claim to know everything about his life. I'm just talking at the top line. This individual I've met is dad's cousin, and he passed away. He passed away recently. So we're gonna have to. I can't believe this. This is a first where we have gotten a storm alert in the middle of a show. We've had a lot of things, folks. We've had all kinds of, all kinds of. In fact, Lucy is on my shoulders as we speak. And but yeah, I get these storm watches certain times a year and thorn watches mornings, tornado watches, all these things that happen, uh, and just kind of alerting, and it is something that's new that uh we, we're going through. So congratulations, Justin. You've been uh just had a storm alert go on in the middle of one of your shows. It doesn't matter. It's life. This is what I'm talking about. This is like life just happens and you just have to do the best that you can. And sometimes things are going to go a little bit smoother and sometimes they're not going to go smooth at times. Uh, so getting back to, yeah, so an individual and an extended family passed away. Don't know all the ins and outs of it, and I don't need to. I don't need to. I'm not. I don't need to know all the. All I know is that this person um is no longer on Earth, no longer living with us, and there's people, including not just him, he passed away, but there's family members that are being affected by that. You know, we talk about people that end their life die by suicide, and that they're not just impacting themselves, that it's their families, and there's a lot of people that get impacted. Just like when my dad passed away, there was and still is. It's just people that are impacted outside of even just our immediate family. Uh, so yeah, I remember, we did some golf lessons, going to some graduation parties over the years. He did pay his respects when my dad passed away. He waited in the the super long line. Uh, Took a couple hours for people to get through. I think we had to extend the amount of time because and it it was just incredible to see people just wanting to come and just give a hug or just just to be there. And some of those individuals may not have met my dad, just like some of the individuals with my dad's cousin may not have met him that go to his visitation, calling hours, however you want to call it, in funeral, mass, and such. Uh, but anyway, so there's a little bit of that on my mental health, so it's not as much as when my dad passed away and how what I'm going through still, and I'll never stop loving my dad, never forget him ever, ever, ever. Like that's just not happening. So I'm always going to be going through some kind of mental health issues. I don't say issues, but challenges. But I think we all do. It's just whether we want to talk about it or not. And so I'm deciding to talk about it. A lot of people don't. That's okay. It, I don't get a I don't get a sticker or anything because I'm talking about it. I'm just talking about it because I think there's people that may need to hear some of what is and has gone on as it pertains to this specific topic. So this individual and her family passed away. Uh, and so it kind of brings back a little bit of, not a little bit, but death, right? So we're born, we live, and then we die, we pass away. We live this, leave this earthly uh, place called Earth. Say that fast. I don't. I'm just a human, so I make mistakes. And so I just wanted to talk about that. That anybody that is going through or has gone through, situations like this, that you're not alone. Other Unfortunately, a lot of people have gone through this, and we just do the best we can. That's basically all we can do in these situations. There's Yeah, you can probably find a handbook on, well, if you do this, you'll feel this way. If you do this, this will help out. When you're in the moment, none of that's you throw all that stuff out the window. It doesn't matter. When you're in the moment, I'm not, and I don't think you are gonna go pick up a book. You're gonna want to be with the people that you love, that your, your family. If it's a friend, if it's coworker, or if that you're gonna want to be with them and do what you can. Uh, situate this camera here a little bit better here, so I can. 'Cause I got a 6.4 pound dog on my shoulders here, so I have to make sure that I. Here we go. Go there. Go down there. Uh, yeah. So that's kind of been as of late that's going on. Uh, I also get to pick up my psychiatrist after a little bit of time away. Uh, from, I mean, I'm not going to get into the reason why that's not important. Uh, but I still been going to counseling, and I've found that helped and it's helping. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if that's something you need. If somebody you know needs that, I don't know. I just share what's going on over here. And then there you go. Now you can see that I wasn't trying to pull a fast one, that I said I do have a 6.4 pound uh puppy on my shoulders, on my back. That's where Lucy likes to hang out. She likes to take her afternoon snoozes. And then we have in pop culture Tiger Woods. And so I've seen him many times. We've I mean, I haven't met him in person, but we've seen him at golf tournaments in the area. Uh, and so we've seen him over the years a lot playing golf on the PGA Tour. I think it's for Professional Golf Association, PGA. I think that's it. And then they go to like a senior PGA tour. I don't know if it's age 50. I don't there's a certain age where uh you can play certain events, I think, on the regular PGA tour. But then you mostly, I think, have to play on the senior PGA. Anyways, uh 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know where Tiger was he was driving. He was coming from somewhere to go somewhere at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't know all the specifics. I don't know if he just got back from an overseas trip. I, and had jet lag. I don't know. All I know is that he was leaving somewhere and he was going somewhere, and somewhere in that span, he flipped his car or SUV. He got out, I think, unscathed physically. Uh, and he's charged with a DUI, not for alcohol, because the alcohol uh, test came out 0.00. And so there are medications that he may be taking, and he's had a lot of surgeries, a lot of repairs to different parts of his body so he can play golf. Uh, Also know that Tiger has a lot of money, and I try not to talk about the money aspect too often. However, in this case, uh, he's been through a lot personally with uh, divorce and just a lot of personal relationship um, things that he's gone through the years. Not to mention, the physical injuries. But he has a brand, and so he has earned a lot of money over the years. And so I can't, for the life of me, I can't understand why somebody who has a lot of money, and I'm not talking about 100,000 or a million, I'm talking about, I don't know, probably a couple 100 million. I, I don't know. I don't know what kind of royalties he's getting for different, uh, different companies. They hire people for commercials, so people will go buy their products and services and such. So I don't know any of that. I just know there's a lot of money and he's been injured a lot as he played golf from an early age and he got injured, over the years. Things just got to the point where they caught, his health and body, injuries and things caught up with him. So for the life of me, I can't think of why he would be driving, I guess is what I'm getting at. He has the money. Okay. I I don't have, I don't want to say like throwaway money like he does. I guess I do. I do want to say that. I don't have throwaway money like Tiger Woods does. Even after all he's gone through, I don't have that ability to do that. Otherwise, I would be getting a ride, right? Whether it's an Uber or, I mean, over the years, he's probably taken hundreds or thousands of limousines and, private with private security and all these things. And I just can't get over the fact that a person like him who already had been in an accident a few years ago in California. I think he was driving to like a commercial shoot, film shoot. They were going to film a commercial. I think that was that one. But again, had the money, call up a service. I mean, I don't understand that. I I understand that there's a lot of mental challenges and things that he's had to go through. I'm not discounting that at all. That's why I'm bringing this up. Because anybody who's been through anything like that is trauma. And so he may be carrying trauma from a lot of things. I don't know. I'm not here to diagnose him. I'm just here to look at things from the top level and say, here's a person with money. Why are they driving? They're able to give car services. It's just the way it is. There's no other way around it. So undoubtedly, Tiger has trauma from what he's going through, uh, and what he has gone through over the years. And so I'm not. It may sound like I'm bad mouthing Tiger. I'm really not. I'm just speaking about the money aspect because it costs money to have security guards, bodyguards, uh, to have private transportation. Why is somebody like that who has the ways and the means to do those things, to have that private security and have one of the individuals in his security detail be one of the drivers? I don't understand. I don't know if he was trying to be private about something. I don't know. I really don't. So it may sound like I'm bad mouthing it. I'm talking about the actual activity of, let's take Tiger's name out. Let's just put Justin. Justin has a lot of money, which is not the case. I'm giving this as an analogy, as something that is parallel to what happened to Tiger. So Tiger has money. Let's say Justin has money. Tiger can get private security. Justin can. Tiger doesn't need to drive. He can pay for car service, private security. Justin can too. Likelihood of crash or whatever occurred for Tiger happens to Justin. So it doesn't forget the name Tiger Woods. Forget it and just put yourself or Johnny Smith, whatever. We just make up a name and then think of it like that. And say, Johnny Smith has a lot of money, is able to pay for these things. The security detail, car service, private security, if he wants to move, where not a lot of people know where he's going and what time and all that. So Johnny would be going through some form of trauma. So that's where we're drawing the parallel with Tiger Woods. I mean, I think a lot of people we want to help, we want to support, uh we want people to do good. We want people to win. We want people to have opportunities. And in this case, Tiger's kind of taken another opportunity away from whatever it was that he was in the middle of doing. So we've talked about mental health, no challenges, trauma around death, and we talked about it about pop culture here with Tiger Woods. So we just wanted to talk about those two areas in this show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share. Uh, Reach out to 25, 50, 100, 1,000 contacts in your phone. Let them know about Voices for Voices and the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Have them download it. If they can Pinterest, they can Etsy on it. They can Voices for Voices on it. They can watch, they can listen wherever they are all across the world. Thank you so much. We're sending love and support to you so you're able to live a healthy, prosperous life, whatever that looks like to you. And so we'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye for now.